Guys. I have so much to share with you today. I am so excited. Let's get into it. First of all, we have two very important things. I'm introducing a new color palette, and it is called Blissful. And then I'm also introducing a new notebook, Series 2.1, for my digital 12 subject notebooks. Okay, so let me just kind of explain how this came about, because it just kind of came about quickly and unexpectedly, actually. I like to do nice things to my iPhone, like home screen, and I don't know, in January I wanted to change. I just didn't like what I had anymore, and I didn't like the colors. I just was done. And so this is a screenshot of what my phone looks like. So I came up with this. These are icons, but then when you tap on them, it gives you a little drop-down menu, which is just a whole game changer. I do have a video on how to do that if you're interested. But anyway, I love these icons and I love them so much. I decided, I'm like, I'm going to turn my work notes into this color palette and see if I really love it. And I did. I loved it so much. And then I started adding templates, and then I'm like, oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. I want to change this. And then before you knew it, Series 2.1 was born for the 12 subject digital notebook. Now, it's not, you're probably like, why did she call it Series 2.1? Well, I don't feel like it's a major enough change to be like Series 3, So we're going to go into it, and then I will explain the changes as we go. But, I added some new templates. I added some new colored templates. I just did minor changes to fonts and color, slight that you probably won't even notice, but I do. And today I present to you Series 2.1. And it's so much fun. But before we get into the actual notebook, I'm going to take you through colors. Now, if you have one of my Series 2 notebooks, right? I offer it in joyful, colorful, pastel, and neutral, and a dark mode, right? But those are the colors. Now, let me show you. When I design a color palette, okay, so I usually think January through December, and then July through June. That's how I think about it in my mind. I'm designing it basically for a planner, right? That's, it's 1 through 12. January is out, if we're looking at joyful over here, January is always this navy, right? So if January in the mid-year falls here, that is how the color palette is. All right. So I didn't want to come out with a 2.1 notebooks and have them be the same order. So the way I did it is the Series 2 notebooks reflect the January through December. So if you're a planner user of mine or planner customer of mine, that's how the Series 2 notebooks run. So for the Series 2.1 notebooks, they're going to reflect my mid-year planner, how I lay those out. So it's basically the same color palette, it's just a different order. Okay, so when you're looking at the listings and you see that it's in joyful 2, pastel 2, colorful 2, or blissful 2, that's why. It just has that different order. And I did make an Etsy image that explains it. I hope I'm explaining it well. But so that is how, when you're looking at things. So if you're a planner customer of mine and you always buy a mid-year planner, the Series 2.1 notebooks will reflect that order, okay? If you like to coordinate. I don't know. Some people it's important, others it isn't. But also with the Series 2.1, with this notebook series, I'm launching Blissful in both of the orders. So you've got the Blissful and then the Blissful 2. So Blissful 2 starts yellow through orange, and Blissful 1 is chartreuse through a little teal, mint, whatever. Okay, so also there is a free trial of the Series 2.1 notebook on my website. It does come in the Blissful color palette, so you can see that up close. And I give you a little bit more this time. You still get one divider, and then you get all notes. You get all 3-line notes, and then you get a dot grid and a graph paper, and then you get all the colored templates of one color. So be sure to try the free trial before you spend any money to make sure it works on your device and in your app and that you like it. Okay, so let's get into it. So we are going to go through this in Blissful, and but I'll start here with Blissful, and then I'll show you all the colors. So this is the Blissful palette. This is neutral, and neutral is just black and white. However, the covers will be in color, right? So you'll have options, and the colored templates will also have color. And the color palette that I use in the neutral is Joyful. So you'll get all of these colored templates plus gray and black, obviously, with the neutral palette. The difference between neutral 2.1 and 2 is in the series 2, I wrote numbers on the side, like for the tabs 1 through 12, but I took that off so that way you could, because what if you want to add your own, labels to your tabs? So I took that off. So it's just very streamlined and very simple. So that is the neutral series 2. Then we have the Joyful series 2, and then it looks like this. And then we have Colorful series 2. Or sorry, series 2.1, blah. And then we have Blissful 2. So, and that's with the yellow to orange. So Blissful is this, and then Blissful 2 is this. And again, it's all in the Etsy. I have an image so you can look at the different color anyway, if you care. Also, if you are, because I'm not making a separate video, Blissful is also going to be launching alongside of this notebook in my deluxe digital mid-year planners and my simple mid-year planners. And so this is what it looks like. So you can see July through June. It's just cheery. I love it. I'm really into Blissful right now. I just love it. So there you go. All right, so let's get into it. When you first download your notebook, you'll see it has a cover, and you can either tap or swipe to get to the instructions and information. And you can read through that. It's just what we're going through today. And then the next page, again, you can either tap on the icon or you can swipe with your finger. It takes you to the templates and covers. And we will go through at the end every single template so you can see. So I have it broken down: notes templates, lists and specialty, and covers. And then when you tap on, the little box, it'll take you to the page that you want. And then down here, it says tap for colored templates. You can do that, or you can just swipe with your finger, either way. These are all the colored templates for the Series 2.1. I've more than doubled. I think I had 4 in the last series, and now I just added a bunch more. And so that comes in all the colors. All right. Then you can tap on the table of contents icon over here, or swipe. It's all in a row. And then here's your table of contents. And then tapping on each box takes you to the corresponding divider tab, right? So all the divider tabs, here they are. And then I am making, and I will include it with your order, there's going to be a separate PDF, and I'm going to have a link, excuse me, to how to set up your notebook, because I know I have a lot of new a lot of new customers, new to digital planning, and I'm going to show you. I do have a video on how to duplicate pages, but I'm going to expand on that and just kind of go in a little bit more on how to set up a notebook for the first time. So you can look for that when you place an order. Or you could just read it now because it'll be up on YouTube. All right, so let's get into the notes templates. We're going to start at the beginning and I'm going to swipe. Here's some of the differences right off the bat. Before we had just a solid light gray line. Now it's just like a very slight dotted line. So we have small lined, medium lined, and large line. And again, they're dotted. And then we have small graph, medium graph, large graph. Now we have small dot grid, and then we have small dot grid in a box, medium dot grid, medium in a box, large dot grid in a box, blank, dark lined, in case you'd like to try out dark mode paper. So we've got dark lined, dark graph, dark dot grid, and dark blank. Excuse me, I see a hair on my iPad. Now we have hex paper, and now we have margin lined, and these are also dotted, if you want to see. It's just a slight dot. Medium and large. I have 3 sizes. They are the same. Now we have, and the changes here are just, it's not even, like I just changed the color slightly of the lines. It is, you wouldn't even notice it. It's just a me thing. Okay. Now we have lines on the left and dot grid on the right. We have Cornell notes. And then we have brainstorming paper. Now we have lines on the left with 2 boxes on the right. And then that's reversed. Graph on the left and a box on the right. And reversed. Lines on the left, check boxes on the right. And then reversed. Split down the middle. So it's just a little dotted line split down the middle. Hopefully you can see that. There you go. What I like to call story paper. So you can have a nice spot at the top and then lines on the bottom, or a nice spot at the top for images or drawings. Now this is a new paper. I think I call this Graph Multi. I actually made this for me for something personal and I really liked it. So that's why I put it in the notebook. So you have 3 boxes up here, like small for like, however you want to use it. I hate boxing you people in and telling you how to use it. Be creative. Like I don't like to do that. I don't like to lead you by telling you how you should use it. You know what I mean? I don't know. And then you have a nice box over here. Nice big graph area and then lines at the bottom. Now we move into, you'll see here it says lists and specialty templates. So this is 2 columns blank, 2 columns lined. The difference in these templates is I boxed the lines in and everything is dotted. I don't know if it was dotted before. I don't think it was. Let me just look. Oh my goodness. Let's see if it was. No, it wasn't. Okay. I just wanted to see. I couldn't remember. So we have 2 columns, blank, lined. We have 4 boxes, blank, lined. These are also boxed in, like with a border. Now we have 6 blank and lined. And then we have 12 blank, 12 lined. Then we have colored. And so the colored boxes will reflect the color tabs you have. So the color palette you've selected. And then if you choose a neutral notebook, it will have joyful for the colors. Okay. And the difference here is just very slight, and just the boxes are a little bit bigger. So there's a little bit more room to write. The lines are all the same size. The way I did the lines is if you are a planner user of mine for Deluxe Digital and Simple, I made this words, Erika. I made this to reflect my 2025 planners. So moving forward, because they're done. It's the same as the 2025 planners. Okay. So moving forward. So if you were working in your planner, you could, highlight something and move it to your notebook and everything would be perfect. It won't work. They are not the same on any planners prior to 2025. Okay. But they will, from moving forward, the 2.1 notebooks will reflect all of my simple and deluxe digital planner formats, if like line heights. Okay. Line height. That was the word I was looking for. Anyway, so we have the colored and the lined colored 12 box. Now we get into tracking pages. So we have 7 column tracking and then 7 column tracking on top with lines on the bottom, 12 column tracking, and again 12 column tracking with lines on the bottom. Now we have a daily schedule. Very slight change, I changed the font, that's all. All of the fonts, so if you are a Series 2 user, I had used a different font for my headings. I did not like it. I changed it all. You can see here, all of them are just a very simple font. So I just like it better. It's simpler, it's easier on the eyes, etc. So you can see, oh, what was this template? Oh, this is project paper, or however you want to use it. So it's description, steps to complete your project, due date, done, notes, and sketches. Now we have, this is an updated, before I had goals tracking. So this is an updated goal, like I'm calling it now intention. So you have a heading spot up top, a graph paper, you can put your motivation or write yourself some notes, and then you have 3 areas for steps. What is your intention, your goal? And these are the steps to complete it. Is it ongoing or does it have a due date? And then I give a spot for you to write that in, and then a spot to check when it's done. All right, and this is a new template. Now we have password paper. Again, there's 1 extra spot here for passwords. So now you have 4. I just restyled it a little bit. Now we have like a bank transaction sheet. Again, I'll say this will be the last time I say it. I just changed all of the fonts, so it's just easier to read. Here is your budget template. So you have income up here, and then you have all your expenses here, a spot for notes, a spot for, it says motivation. So if you have images or something you'd like to put here. And then in the middle is a summary, total income, total expenses, and then a spot for what you have left over. Now we have meeting notes. So we have purpose, attendees, action items, who they're assigned to, when is it due, and if it's done, a spot for your meeting notes, date of your next meeting, and a summary. Now we have, if you're a student or in school or a teacher, we have assignment tracker. So we have when's it due, what is the class, description, done, turned in, and points/grade. Now we have a savings tracker, and then we have a bookshelf, which is like a book tracker. Now, this is all of the following are now more new templates. I decided to take my monthly, weekly, daily planning pages, remove all of the headings, and put them in the notebook because well, for 2 reasons. Not everybody wants a planner, but you still have planning needs, right? You still might need to plan your a month. Maybe you're planning your work schedule or somebody else's work schedule or a chore chart or, however, I just took all of those templates and I put them in here, and you can see, so, they're all right here. Month, Sunday start, month, Monday start. Okay, so we'll go through it. So this is your month, Sunday start. And then a Monday start month. And again, I didn't leave any, you can add your own headings, whatever you want. It's just blank, but it does reflect just what I have in my planners. This would be monthly goals, notes, or that's what I'm calling it, I believe, in here. What monthly lists, yeah. You use it however you want. I mean, this is just but this is what I use in the Deluxe Digital and the Simple Planner. Okay. Now we have notes. Again, it's just continuity. I call it month notes. You're like, it's just a notes page, but it's continuity. So if you are a planner user of mine and you like that format, that's why I put it in here, because personally, I love this format because that way I can give it a big heading. Okay. Now we have a week and then the week note or week lists that I have in my planner. But again, use it however you want. It's just a really flexible way to keep your lists. And then we have this is the simple daily page that I have in the simple daily planner, and the hours run 5 to 11. And then we have the deluxe digital page. So in expanded times. And then I took out the times and I just, so like you could use this as notes if you wanted. Now we have a perpetual calendar. I added that too to this notebook. It's also in my planners now, but I just thought that that might be helpful because if you're long range planning, you're planning for school, you're planning for work, however, whatever you're doing, it's just, I thought it would be very helpful for you guys. Now we're going to get into the colored pages. So the colored templates, you get, what is this? 1, 2, I think it's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, you get 10. Okay. So there's 10 templates and then it all comes in, they come in each color. All right. So we'll go through, let's go through them in navy. We'll go through them in navy. So you have blank and then you have lined and then you have just like a really like bold heading, large heading. You have lines on the left and a box on the right. Graph paper is new. This is new. So this is graph paper. And I'd like to thank my, I don't remember your name, but somebody messaged me and she was like, oh, if you ever add, could you add graph? So I did. I added, this is medium graph and medium dot grid. And then we have 2-column notes or lists. And then we have 6 lined. These are all lined. These are unlined, so you've got 12 unlined. And then this is a fun one. So you've got notes and then like a checklist. This actually reminds me of a pad that I used to have like when I used paper back in the day. And so then it repeats again in all the colors. Okay, so those are your colored templates. Now let's get into the covers. So you've got my notes, my work, and then you have stripes, wide stripe, and all of the colors that you have. They coordinate with your tabs. And again, if you are a neutral user, if you choose the neutral will have all of the joyful colors. Okay. So these are all the colors in the Blissful. And then you also get gray and black, and then a mini black stripe, and then a large multi-stripe, and then a like mini stripe of the palette that you chose. Then you get my notes in black, my work in black, notes in it just says notes. And the reason I did this, and I'll show you. So for me, I chose the notes cover and then I added, so this is a, I just made that like using a font. The font is, because I know you guys are going to ask me, right? The font is called Creativo Regular. Creativo Regular. I'm probably got it on font, but I like this because it's just like, you know, I can have my work notes, home notes, you know, you can have school notes, you know, you can personalize it. That's why I just gave it notes here. You can just make it your own. And then it's also in black. And then this is new too. It's my notes in all the colors. So it's reversed. So instead of having a white background, now you've got a colored background with the white font like that. And then you have a blank, just a blank page. You can make your own cover. If you have a collage or whatever you want to do, you can do that. So this is your Series 2.1 notebook. I hope you guys like it. I love it. I absolutely love it. This is mine. I obviously take it a step further and I write all of my headings but when I immediately get the notebook, I write the headings out. And you can do that too. I do have a video showing how to personalize the tabs of your notebook. So you can find that. It's an older video, but the technique applies exactly the same. So one more thing, in case you guys are wondering, yes, this is the new iPad Pro 13. I got the new one. And I also got the new pencil and I love it. I highly recommend it. And I'm going to tell you quick why, because I don't really do a ton of videos on like unboxing, but this thing is so cool because it has the squeeze. You just squeeze it and then it switches your palette or you switches your tool. So I can do hello and then I squeeze it and I have it set to just every time I squeeze it erases and then it goes back. I like that so much better than the double tap feature on the Apple Pencil. So, yeah, my review of this is, so I have the 13 Pro. It's in the stupid cheap case because like nobody has cases yet for the iPad. And so I just got something off Amazon to protect it immediately, but it is the thinnest thing ever. It is so lightweight. It is so fabulous. It's just unbelievable. I love it so much. And normally I have a screen protector on. I've always had a screen protector on, but Paper didn't have their screen protectors ready. And so again, I also bought some cheap thing off of Amazon and it just was horrific. So I took it off and I'm going naked. It's naked. And you know what? My husband, I felt like I was committing a crime by just like having it be naked and not anything, on it. But my husband says to me, well, you don't have a screen protector on your phone. And I'm like, well, no. And he's like, well, it's okay. It's not like, I'm a construction worker, I'm not taking this out. And so I've been using it without a screen protector and it's phenomenal. So that's my little review. Anyway, getting back to the Series 2 notebook, I hope you love it. I hope you love Blissful. Download the free trials and play around with it. Make sure you like it before you buy it. If you have any questions, definitely message me. And if you did see in the video, I did talk about the 2025 planners. They're going to launch in like a week. So a week after this, things got a little off kilter because I did come up with this notebook and I wanted to make sure I got this out to you guys. So anyway, I hope you like it and I hope it makes your life happier and easier. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. So have a great day. Bye.